a video on how to do video editing in WeVideo, a free app available at www.wevideo.com. Now I'm using an upgraded version of WeVideo, but we're going to start at our home screen and we're going to go and click on Create New. Now the nice part of the upgraded create new, I'm going to go to video. Now the nice part of the upgraded version of WeVideo is that I have access to many different things. I'm not going to give it a name now. I'm going to give it a name at the end. But because we have this upgraded version, when I go through the different motions here, right? So let's go up to stock media. This is videos and photos that I can use and include. My media. This is videos that I can upload. I can also do a screen recording, or I can narrate my voice if I'd like. Text, I can add animated text pieces to my video. Audio will give me different sounds that I can add. Transitions give me the different ways to transit between different videos or text. And then backgrounds are stagnant or still images, sometimes animated images that are just have fun colors and things that are great for going behind text. So I'm going to start by choosing a background that I'm going to roll into. I'm going to roll this galaxy nebula. That's pretty cool. Onto my video timeline. Now I'm going to go into video timeline number 1. We can always add timelines later, right? Different lines down there, but I've got video line 1 here, and that's going to be my background. So I'm going to go over to text because I want to introduce myself in this video. So I'm going to scroll down and find a text effect that I like, right? Most of these are animated text pieces, and I do want to choose one that has a title, and see how this one has lower third, because it's going to give me like a title piece and then an extra text that I can add in different areas of my video. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to click and I'm going to drag on this star and I'm going to put it in video timeline 1. Now if I click on the space bar on my keyboard, you see that the text kind of comes down and it shows you what it's going to look like, what the animation is going to look like. So I'm going to double click on that text piece because I want to, if I click on here, I want to change the text here. So I want to say my video self-portrait, and then I'm going to put my name in there because why not introduce myself? And no, I'm not really capitalizing because it's all being upper caps anyways. Now I can change the colors that are here. I'm not crazy about this purple because it's a little bit off. There we go. I kind of like that better. And let's make this a little bit brighter. There we go. I think that kind of goes with it a little bit better. Now if I click on this item right here, I can transform it. I can flip it. I can scale it. I can make it larger or smaller. Those are all things that I can experiment or play with in that different text piece. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Save Changes, and you'll see my text roll out. Now let me go back. Let me bring this is called the scrubber. I'm going to bring my scrubber back to the beginning. This little icon right here will give you different options. I can add effects. I can throw this away. I can make adjustments, or I can edit it. That gives me the editing options there. The spacebar on the keyboard will play my video. Okay. Very good, and I like that there. And then it's going to go on to my next piece. So after I introduce myself, right, and I've got my background, and I'm going to cut this background off. I don't want any more of that, right, because I'm done with that. So I'm going to click on the background clip. It's got to be a certain length for you to cut it. If it's too short, it won't cut. And you see that the scissors pops up here. So I've got my scrubber right there at the end, and I just created this extra piece that I can now hit delete on the keyboard and get rid of. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to stock media and I'm going to start gathering some images of things that I like, right? I like to paint. Let's go painting. Let's see if I could find a cool video of someone painting. That's kind of neat. I'm going to put it right down to my different videos there, right? I got painting. What else do I like to do? I like to garden. Ooh, pretty. Let me slide that down there. I like to bring my children to the playground. You know what? We like to swim as a family. Let's go swim. There we go. I like that. Here's a little girl playing in the water. That's cute. So that's 3. I want you to shoot for 3 to 5 things that would describe you in your video here. So I'm going to go back to the beginning, right? Because we want to think about time. We don't need to show the clips for that long. So let's do it. It'll show you if you bring the scrubber over how much time. So that first piece is about 4 seconds. So if I want all of these pieces to go for about 5 seconds, let's do this. I'm going to take my mouse. I'm going to select all 3 of those. I'm going to slide them over. I'm going to come over to here and I'm going to set myself up at 5 seconds, right? Right about 5 seconds. Oops, might be hard to meet it exactly. Now watch this. I can pull this guy out to 5 seconds. I could even probably double click on it. Let's try that. double click on it. I can crop this, I can change it, I can make it go slower or faster, I can change the colors in it, I can change the brightness. These are all things that I can do to the video clip. I can make it go faster. I can make the galaxy kind of video go a little bit quicker even. We'll leave it at 5:15. I'm going to go and extend this guy out as well. So I want them to be about the same size. All right, so my other video clips, I'm going to bring them back in. I want them to be about 5 seconds as well. So you can eyeball it, or now I'm at 10:15. That's about right. Let's slide in the next one. Oops. So I'm gonna shoot for 15. There we go, 15. That's pretty close. And I'm gonna pull the swimming one over, and I want to make that. I should be at about 20, right? If we count by fives, 5, 10, 15, 20. So if I go back and I play it, let's see what it looks like. I've got my video. It'll go from one video to the next. I like to paint. We're gonna add those text pieces. I like to garden. Right? Got a nice garden video there, and I like to swim with my children. Those are three things that I really like to do, and I look forward to doing this summer, right? Okay, space bar, I'm gonna pause it right there. I'm gonna bring my video back to the top. You know what this is missing? This is missing some music. Let me go up to audio. I'm gonna click on audio, and these are all free sounds. Again, with the upgraded version, if you're using the upgraded version to choose from. So you can click on it to listen to it. You can click on here, sound effects. You can add some cool sound effects if you wanted to. I don't know what's other. I don't know what others. Painting. Oh, painting. Oh, look at that. I could actually go in and do sound effects that went with my video. I didn't know that they had those. That's pretty neat. Or if you go in premium music, these are ones that are added with the upgraded subscription. I kind of like that. That's pretty upbeat. So I'm going to take that sound and I'm going to go and drag it on. See how you've got audio and video and video. I've got different timelines there. So now I've got the video, the sound, the music is really going to add some dynamic element to my video. All right, the next thing I want to add here is some transitions. I want to transit between the different videos that I'm showing, right? So I can blur them, I can dip to, there's so many different options in here. You can even just take it down and drop it between the two videos, bring yourself back just far enough to see what that looks like, and preview that. Dip to black is my jam. I like the dip to black. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw that on all the bits here. I'm going to throw that on all the little in-between bits. So you can see now when I go to play it, and I'll move it over here like this. Cool. All right, so you can see how it transits between the different videos. Now, if I wanted to edit any of the videos, I can pull up this guy. I can click on this. I can click on, oops, let me go up like this. I can click on effects. These are different effects if I wanted to make something black and white, or use any of the different kind of filters that you might see in like an Instagram or any of the apps you might be using. I can edit it here too. Right here brings up all the edit. It can make it go faster. I can play around the brightness and the contrast. I can change colors in it if I wanted to. That's what color keying does. I can change, this refers to the animation, right? The fade to black that's happening there. I can crop it. I can scale it. Maybe I want to zoom in on that brush, right? Or maybe I don't. Maybe I want to zoom out so I have a box around it. Totally up to you how you want to make that look. All right, I'm going to add some additional text pieces. Now remember, I chose a text piece that had like a sister text, right? A lower third. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that down so that I can identify these different things that I'm interested in doing. Now, if at any time like these little clips are getting too small for you, in the bottom right-hand corner, you can zoom in. Look how I just zoomed in so I can better see how the clips kind of fall together, right? How they fall together. Are they changing at the same time? Is the transition good there? Let's go back. So I want this text to say, let's go back to the text piece, right? I love to paint. Okay. Now, I don't want it right there, though, because this is where the action is. I want to move it up into this corner. So let me double-click on that again, right? Because I need to click on the properties here. I'm sorry, the transform, and I want to move the position. So I don't, I could go in here and I could change it and scale it and do all that kind of stuff. Or I could just come right in here and I could just move it up into the upper quadrant there. That's where I'd like that to be instead. So let's see what that looks like. My video's going kind of fast. Maybe my 4 seconds with the transition ended up being not enough, but it's better than being too long, I think. Now, if I want to use the same one again, I could pull this down again. I could also Command C on your computers will copy it, and I'm going to do Command V to paste. So I just pasted the same exact thing in the same exact spot. So now when I go to edit it, right, I don't have to change the I love. I could say I love to garden. I could love my garden. Okay, now it's a little bit hard to read in there. There's not really a good negative space. And it might be a good reason for me to go in and swap out the video. All right, so you're going to continue like that until you finish your entire video. If you wanted to do a more upgraded version of this lesson, right, you could listen to the music that's down here, right? And when the music clips or cuts, that's when the video should cut. So let me go in here and listen for a second. Like you heard how it kind of dropped, the music kind of dropped there. That would be a natural break. So if I wanted to, let's do this. Let me zoom out, right? Let me zoom out a little bit. I want to pull all of this content. Watch me I'm going to make a big box around all this stuff. Let me go from this area. I'm going to box around all that stuff, and I want to slide it all over to about there. That's where I heard that clip exit, right? Let's make sure that's a spot. No. Right about there. I can see it when it hits there, right? So let's take all this. I'm going to drag that. This is called sync cutting, right? So I'm kind of cutting it to the beat as I hear it. And then I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to drag this guy out, right? And I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to drag this guy out. I need to move this guy over to here. Oops. Now let's take him out for a second. And we're going to drag this guy over to here. So video editing can be time consuming, but it's a lot of fun, and I feel like it's very satisfying. Your end result can always be satisfying. I can't put it on the text pieces. I can only put it at the top pieces. But let's see now what it sounds like when it hits at that sound. All right, that's where another natural break is, right? So at 10:13, so I'm going to take all this content and I'm going to move it over so that I can, so, you know, when they say video editing, that is the truth, because you were doing some serious video editing, right? You're kind of going in, you continue to make changes as you go, and it can be a lot of fun. So you can continue that way to work your video. I'll play it from the top here in just a moment. I'm not completely done, obviously, because I'm still working on editing some of the other pieces that are here. But I think for the most part, it looking pretty good. Let's play that from the top. All right, so I think that's looking pretty good. The very last thing that you can add at the very end would be credits, right? And that would be in text. That's in your text piece, and the credits would be all the way down at the bottom. This is a great idea if you're using someone else's content. For what we're using today, because all the content was here in WeVideo, we don't need to do that. But something at the very end, a simple thanks for watching, is a great way to end your video. So thank you for watching. I hope this can get you started using WeVideo. I forgot to mention one last thing. Here's sound for the videos, sound for the audio. I'm going to leave it at that. If you have any other questions, you can email me at anix@leiden212.org. Thanks for watching, and good luck video editing.